Hello and happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Laurie Barraco. I'm going to just wait a moment or two to make sure everybody receives a notification that I am live here. All right. And it is Sunday, December 24th, and I'm Laurie Barraco, and I am at the Mystical Moon in Bonita Springs. And today I'm going to be talking about Capricorn season, the full moon that's coming up. I will share the link to the blog that I will be reading from. And I hope everybody's doing okay. So I'll give everybody another minute or two to receive the notification. Merry Christmas and thank you so much. Oh, and I'm also going to be smudging a little bit here using my smudge to set the space for all of us. And we've got one more day before another holiday. And for all those who are in retail sales and customer service that have to do with the holiday shopping and travel, sending you all so many prayers and blessings that you have the stamina to keep it going, right? It's definitely not for the faint of heart. All right, so I see more people have joined. So I'm going to light my smudge and then we'll begin. And I am going to have a shorter event today because I am going to be working out front and I want to make sure I'm really grounded before I open the doors. I've already had a few phone calls inquiring if we were open today and what hours we were open for. All right, so as we see, I've got my sacred smudge burning. We've got some nice smoke. And hello, friends that are tuning in. And if you're tuning in afterwards, hello. Woo! Looks like I needed a really good cleansing, no? It's been pretty busy here. I taught a psychic development class here in Bonita, my monthly class, and we had a full house. And then it just was, there was a lot of energy going on yesterday. Hello, Merry Christmas. So let me get to the smudging and setting the space. I'll talk about a few announcements and then we'll get into today's material. And my intention is to sign off at 10:30. Anywho, all right, so let's all take a moment to breathe in the sacred smudge. And as we breathe in, we fill the lungs with light and it's cleansing. And as we breathe in, we bring in the light from above to help us fill our cells, our mind, body, spirit, the etheric aura, the physical aura, filling it with light and cleansing, having that wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous energy move through all of our systems, all of our chakras, and help us anchor into this earth, helping us with the elements, connecting with the elements, connecting to the earth, helping us with grounding that beautiful energy, and then bringing up the energy from the earth and letting that nourish us. And so we set the space as we talk about moving into Capricorn season, which we are now in, and navigating through this end of the years. And so it is. All righty. Feels so good. Hello. Good morning. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, friend. So happy holidays and happy Christmas Eve. And I didn't want to skip today's live because last week I kind of pushed it off to this, or moved it to this week. And I'm honoring the rhythms of myself and the flow and I would say 99% of the people who follow me on social and in store, sorry, I need to make sure I'm plugged in, are aware that I have made the executive decision to scale down to one brick and mortar store since my lease in Fort Myers is up technically at the end of this year. However, I spoke to my landlord and asked if we could just extend it to January. He kind of did ask if I could extend it longer, but this is the perfect timing to segue into one physical location where we will be managing. I have a fabulous front desk staff that can that has been helping things flow and run beautifully for one center. And so we will have a physical presence in Fort Myers at Sanibel Candle. The collaboration with that is still waiting to take place because they are in the process of a move too, but they're at Bell Tower, so they'll carry some of our best-selling items. I will offer a class or two here and there, crystal bowls, and see some clients up there. And this frees me up to be able to see and connect with my clients who are so patient with my schedule, with the timing. And I am so grateful to have such a robust client schedule book, and I have for a while, and I am very appreciative of that. And then there are some business mentorship opportunities, psychic development, having private groups to be able to help people in that way. And it's something I'm really passionate about, and also freeing up more of my time for self-care, travel, family, and all of that. So this is a beautiful time to do that. Perfect segue. And yes, we are all feeling kind of, it is bittersweet, being verklempt at sometimes, right? A little teary, but it is what's for the highest and best good. Anywho, so hello everybody, we are in Capricorn season. Let me drop in, I did not share the link yet, for the material that I'll be talking about today. My smudge is still going, which is perfect, and it's fine. All right, here we go. So we're in Capricorn season. So what the heck does that mean? So Capricorn season runs from December 21st to January 19th. And as the sun moves through the practical and ambitious Capricorn, we're called to build solid foundations, to set clear goals and put plans into action. And Capricorn is an earth sign. So this is about stability, working with the root chakra, and as an architect, just helping us like foresee. So what do we want? What do we need to do? Let's be practical. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And on the flip side of that, we might find ourselves a little bit being overly cautious with being spontaneous. So there is the toggling between sticking to the plan, being practical, taking those practical steps, making sure you have your checks and balances in order, watching your finances, taking care of the body, and really being getting clear and being honest with yourself with how things are looking for you in that manifestation phase. So Capricorn gifts us with determination and discipline to manifest our dreams into reality. However, we must be mindful of not becoming overly rigid or restrictive during this period. Make sure to balance your drive to achieve with adequate self-care. So you might feel that it's now or never. I need to really focus on this. I cannot stray too much from my plan. But if you're feeling tired, you're overwhelmed, I'm going to really advise you to listen to your body, listen to the thoughts that are coming through, and pay attention to your emotions. If you are burnt out, you are not going to accomplish your goals, right? So there is this really beautiful give and take with all of this. And also, Capricorn reminds us that there are efforts that need to be taken to manifest your goals. So I know many people will say work smarter, not harder. Absolutely. But you kind of do need to get in there. And it's about the effort you put forth with a clear intention. That I know that I might need to put some elbow grease in here, might need to, really put my nose to the grindstone and really stay on track. And I might have to put in extra hours. I might have to stay up a little late to make sure that this is put together. But I'm going to make sure that I reward myself and take time for self-care during this time. Okay, I'm going to kind of pop over here to the comments a little bit. And I'm just reading comments. Oh, and Anne says, love that I'm doing this. This is your time of year. Your birthday's Thursday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I can see that. I could see you as a Capricorn. How beautiful. How beautiful. I have quite a few Capricorns around myself. My mom's a Capricorn. And I've had employees as Capricorns. And so there is, and Mary Alice she wants to remind us, she's Capricorn on from the other side. So Capricorns really are strategic. And yes, at times they can be a little stubborn, but they remind us that sometimes maybe flying by the seat of your pants or changing things up from your routine may not be the best thing, right? May not be the best for your goals. So crystals, so I'm going to jump into some crystals. So I know some people really love their crystals. So some crystals to work with now are garnet for motivation, smoky quartz to keep you grounded, and hematite for mental clarity. So those are really earthy crystals. Root chakra, as I mentioned, this is root chakra work and paying attention to this. Root chakra. So you can carry one of them, you could carry two of them, or all of them. And some people might say, well, what am I supposed to do with them? Well, you could put them in a little baggie and put them by your desk. I don't know if I would put them by my bed. I probably wouldn't, but I would put them in an area where I am working on my goals. And so you can carry them, put them in a cute little dish by your workspace, in your living room, wherever. You need to stay really grounded. And yes, I am jingling, so you might hear the jingle bells. I've got my Puggy Christmas sweater. Thank you, Pam. Pammy bought me this, and her daughter, Pam and Britt, bought me this. So let's read some of our comments. Feels like I'm talking to you, and I started selling on Amazon and have a full-time job and I'm burned out. Oh my goodness, right? So take a look at where you're at, where you want to be, map out what you require before you take that leap of faith. I feel like you are taking a leap of faith and you have that as the end goal. That's your end goal. But I'm a huge advocate for setting your intentions and asking spirit to help support you with these goals, right? So I ask to be in alignment with the goals, the opportunities, the assistance, the help to help me navigate through all of this, right? And so within the next 6 months, I ask to have a really healthy work balance. I think that you're going to, sorry, I'm going into reading mode, but I felt like you're going to go, my Amazon friend here, you're going to go, it's going to get really busy. It's going to taper off a little. You might think, oh, this may not be what I thought it's going to be. And then it's going to kick up again. So finding that consistency and that rhythm is so important, right? For all of you who are intending to start new businesses, and maybe it's a full-time business, maybe it's a part-time business, but set your intentions, right? What you would think you would like, or how you would like it to flow, how you would like your day to go, asking for support with that. What financially, what do I need as a cushion to have in place? What needs to be in place? And how can I pace myself with these goals? If you're making physical products, right, we've got to put in that time. And I know you all have probably heard me say this before, but being aware of where your energy is really high and when you're really on target. When is your best time to work? Now, if you have a 9 to 5, that may be kind of tricky, but if you can do the tasks that require more of your energy, your physical energy, your mental energy, do that when you're at your best, when you're peaking, right? For me, I know that I thrive more earlier in the day than later on. By later on, I'm kind of done. By after dinner, kind of done. That's it. So know your rhythms. That will help you with pacing yourself. And I do believe that this is Capricorn energy as well. Yeah. All right. So here are some rituals for this season. A vision board. Whoops. Gather magazines, catalogs, and images that inspire you. Sit quietly with your board and glue or tape images that represent your goals, dreams, and intentions for 2024. Infuse the board with the energy of what you wish to manifest. Place it where you can see it. Like every once in a while, like there are my goals. You can also use Post-it notes and put some sticky notes where you can see them every once in a while. Like, that's right. My eye on you. I'll see you later. Right. And setting those intentions, not just the physical goals. I would love to see you all also put on there how you would like to feel, whether there's a picture of someone smiling or sitting in the sunlight or watching the sunset, right? Please don't just put your financial goals or a car or a house, add how you want to feel the emotion of it, right? Yeah. Yes. So I think that that really does help us as well. I'll go back to my comments. It's good. Hello, friends who are just joining. Good morning. Um, another, another ritual. Here we go. Cord cutting. Write down relationships, habits, thought patterns, or situations you release on slips of paper. Tie them together with a cord while visualizing the energy you're ready to cut ties with. Stand over the bowl. Use scissors to snip the cords while saying, I now cut the cords to release these negative energy attachments, feeling more free to move forward. Burn the cord and paper symbolically to release what no longer serves at for your highest good. You can write down things like, I am releasing unbalanced relationships where there isn't an equal exchange of energy, toxic situations, unhealthy habits, self-sabotage, and so on and so forth. Write it down. Release it with love, with blessings, and closure. Another thing you could do is work with a crystal grid. Select crystals such as clear quartz, rose quartz, carnelian, citrine that embody qualities you would like to cultivate. Arrange them in a grid pattern. So you can do a star, you can do whatever you want, a circle, a pyramid, whatever feels right to you, and grid them in a pattern and sit quietly in meditation with your intention set on integrating those energies for your growth. Keep the grid intact throughout Capricorn season as a manifestation tool. You can even take a little picture of it. You can put it on your altar. You can put it in a drawer. That's a private altar for yourself. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit into the full moon and Cancer energies. And for those who are just tuning in, I did want to just drop in and say that I am going to be cutting this short at 10:30 because I am working the front desk today at the Bonita store. And I already have had a few phone calls asking if we were open. So I want to prep myself and the store for the space. And that is something that I do, by the way. Before I open the doors, if you have a business, if you're getting ready to create your own products, whatever it is, I set the space. I take a moment. Very rarely am I running late. It happens, traffic or whatever, but I usually am here at least a half hour before we open to make sure that I center myself. I acknowledge the space. The mystical moon is its own energy. She has a birthday coming up next week. She is going to be going into her 17th year. So she has her own vibration and frequency. I thank her. I appreciate the blessings. I ground myself. I welcome the customers who are coming in for healing, for fresh air, for the smells, for sage, whatever it is, for the inquiries, and to be in a safe, sacred space. And then I open up the doors, right? I use some sage, sometimes I use the money spray, and I take my time to do that. So that is really important to do that for yourself, whether it's having the strength and the courage to get through the day, whatever it is, wherever you're at. I know it's really important to set the tone for things for ourselves. So some of the full moon and Cancer energies. This Cancer full moon is extremely potent and aligns closely with the galactic center to form what some astrologers call a galactic full moon. The galactic center emits high vibrational cosmic energies, which can profoundly shift our individual and collective consciousness. As the emotional moon opposes Saturn, there is an incredible creative power swirling around us, enables us to birth new visions while needing proper boundaries and planning. Nurture your energetic hygiene during this lunar peak. So the full moon is going to be on the 26th. And so whatever needs releasing from the past before daring to so the question is, what needs releasing from the past before daring to dream about the future. The Cancer Capricorn polarity calls for balanced integration of home, career, play, discipline, and self-care and duty. Tend carefully to your soul now, allowing your inner wisdom to guide your outward building as we transition into a new year. May we consciously grow together. So there, we can definitely work with our usual full moon rituals, right? Releasing ceremonies, cord cutting, working with candles, herbs, meditation, journaling, and that reminder that this moon is in Cancer, which is a water sign. The full moon, the moon itself is a watery entity. So there are a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of emotions kind of swirling around, some really lovely, joyful, happy, some are stressed, some are fearful, some have grief. So honor where you're at, always honor with where you're at too. And so this polarity is really inviting us to find balance in our lives. Work, play, self-care, discipline, right? With duty. How can I take care of myself? And am I not overdoing it, but am I out of balance where I'm not acknowledging other people and their efforts and the relationships that I have? This also has to do with not just people, but the relationships we have with our career, food, family, right? So how are we in balance with those relationships too? All right, so I am going to select 3 cards. And I was called to draw from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I mean, we all know I have a lot of decks out there, a lot of cards, a couple hundred. And this is the one that was calling to me today. So the Mystical Shaman by Alberto Vilvaldo, Colette Baron Reed, and Marcela Lobos. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 cards and we're going to see what your message is. So I have card 1, card 2, and card 3. And I have my book too. So, let me just hold them up. So which card is calling to? Does anybody have this deck? I'm just curious. Does anybody have this deck? Maybe, maybe not. Card 1, 2, or 3. Okay, grab the book. If you chose card number 1, it is the child card. It's the card number 7. And the essence is the child knows the way to joy and happiness. The child offers a return of a sacred innocence, a time born with wisdom and not of being naive. This card allows you to correct your course and offers you a second chance. It brings you the possibility of redemption and entering heaven on earth. The invitation is the child is here to release you from the habit of being yourself and to help you to acquire a beginner's mind so that you can see life as it is for the first time. Remain open to learning and discovery. Who is your spouse or partner today? Can you see them with fresh eyes? Who is looking back at you in the mirror this morning? Become a mystery unto yourself and reconnect with a sense of childlike wonder. And so the medicine is the child comes to show you how you can correct the course of your life without being punished. Set yourself free from your conditioning for suffering. You were born unfettered and happy and can be so again if you make the choice right now. The child will help you climb out of the hole you may have dug yourself into. So recover your sense of play. All right. So this is do-over energy, right? So there's that releasing for that full moon as well. Okay. If you chose card number 2, it is the sun and it's number 53. The essence is the sun is acknowledged by many cultures as a foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it may seem as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming, close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter, or it can be destructive, as in its zenith during the day during a scorching summer. The invitation is, have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? It's time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of our star. The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling you to shine your light and to add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and play. The medicine is, have you been shining your light for too long? Remember that daylight is only half of the day. The night must have her equal time, and she offers us her free gifts as well. Be careful not to be blinded by your light or the light of others. Don't become enamored with yourself or worship others. Beware of your shadow. Revel in the midday glory, but do not be afraid of the waning of the light at dusk. All right. There it goes. So soak up that beautiful solar energy. Let it inspire you. Bring in creativity. That's the second card about creativity. And allow it to carry you through and acknowledge it. All right. If you chose card number 3, you chose Thunder, and it is card number 56. The essence is, legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention with great occurrences when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn of tensions in a situation called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything, both awesome and frightening when thunder arrives. It is also a wake-up call, one that you will not forget soon. The invitation is, when thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set into motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where you are or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving, and be ready. This reminds me of the Tower card. The medicine is, do not let unnecessary drama. Oh, excuse me. I need to reread that. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story, or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path, it will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems, and you are worthy of a drama-free life. Nice. I love that. I love that. I love that. All right, my friends. So I'm going to be signing off, and I wish you all a very, very happy, joyful holiday season. We're still in it. We've been in it for a while. And thank you all for your love and your sharing. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. I might be going live next Sunday. I'm going to say I have a workbook I'm going to share with you. So happy holiday. Have a great Sunday, Monday, rest of your week. Happy Capricorn season, and happy full moon on Tuesday. Sending you all so many blessings. Thank you. Namaste. Bye-bye, friends. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, everybody.